before I get into this review, in the back of my mind after watching this, realizing, hey, this is going to be on Netflix. That means it's going to take a while for the dub to come out, since it's 52 episodes. But not only that, the dub might not be, of course, not going to be like the dub from the last series, which is a good thing, but also in a way a bad thing. The good thing is that Ren and his family are from China, but yet they all had British accents, and of course Ryu sounded like he was Italian. Despite how incorrect these voice accents are, I actually liked them as a kid. Even now, as I was rewatching the series, I like this, even though it's wrong. Because Ren is freaking Chinese. Why the hell does he have a British accent? He wasn't born from Europe. He literally came from China. So I don't know why he has that British accent. Him and his sister and everybody else is. You can clearly see it. But for some reason, it works. I don't know why. It just works. It just works with his personality because he acts like this rich, snobby kid with a lot of potential. And of course, Ryu, who's still from Japan, acts like he's Italian. I don't know why it works. It's just beautiful. So even though it's completely wrong, the fact that I'll never get to see it in the remake kind of upsets me. And it's just like, oh man, I'm gonna miss it. I am, because it was really good in a bad way. I was just reminiscing on that, like, damn, we're not gonna get that. We're also not gonna get Yo having his favorite food being cheeseburger. We're not gonna get that, people. No, sorry. Well, anyway, no further ado, let's get into the review. We got a new shaman in town, and his name is Ren from China, and he has a warlord as a spirit guardian named Bison and stuff. I love the design, but I could swear in the entrance when we first meet Ren, well, Manta meets Ren, it's a crosswalk, and as Ren is walking, a car is coming, Bison appears and he slices the car in half. It showed how intimidating Ren is without him having to say anything. But in this one, it felt kind of different, less intimidating. So they are changing things up. And again, I heard there's also another reimagining of the manga of Shaman King as well. They could be going off of that one as well. So I'm not completely sure. They could be doing a little convergence as well. There's also a theory about that. Nonetheless, it's freaking Shaman King. So Ren is here, and of course, he also breaks into the theory of people who see ghosts can't be evil. Now, we all know, thanks to the opening, Ren will eventually become one of Yo's closest friends. So eventually, Ren will become one of his allies. But does it still break the thing that Yo believes in, that there's no such thing as someone who is evil that can see spirits? It's just in a day, it's just a gift, It's a gift, it's a potential, the talent, whatever you may call it. And doesn't mean you'll be able to actually determine whether a person's good by that, Like, it's a bad, ignorant way, but I can see how he sees it that way, but we'll have to wait and see, as time goes on. It's a very complex question as you do go through the series. As I do watch and read the series in the past, and you do see certain characters and how they are at the forefront, and then as the chapters go on, and even with the side stories, like I said, almost every character in the show has their own side story manga spinoff. I kid you not. And it pretty much shows more complexity of the character than the main storyline does sometimes. And that's just how it is. But Ren wants Minamaru. He sees Minamaru as a very powerful spirit that's not worthy of, Yo is not worthy of having Minamaru. So he wants it for himself, so they start fighting in the middle of the street, at sunset. That's just how it is sometimes, man. You're just a 13, 14-year-old boy going around just fighting with your ghost friend and stuff. That's just an everyday Tuesday for them. I'm glad it's not my Tuesday. Well, anyways, They were pretty much talking about, how guardians aren't tools, they can be friends, allies. In each culture, people will conceive and perceive things differently. Some will see things as tools, some things will see as allies, friends. It all determines on the culture you're from, or the individual as well, if you want to be more specific in the terms. You don't want to group everyone together the same ideology, because Yo himself sees his guardian spirits as friends, and he would rather see a Miyamaru move on to the next life than for him to get captured, while Ren just wants to collect the strongest one, even in front of his own spirit guardian, saying how he would rather have Miyamaru than Bison. Which, I know if I was Bison, I'd be kind of upset about that. Like, it's true, and you have to say it in front of my face. Come on, man. But that's just how it is sometimes. Of course, Yo wins. Yo wins by quickly adapting, actually, to the situation, where Ren was pretty much shown an example of how the spirit power could be used, but then Yo just used it way quicker than he did. I bet Ren had to train his butt off just to get that way. Which goes to explain the two kinds of people: those who are gifted with it and those who are talented. The difference between a gift and a talent. A talent is something you work with, something you try to master throughout the years. A gift is something you're just born with. You can do it like second nature, like breathing to you. Nothing hard about it. And that's the difference between Ren and Yao. I mean, Ho. Yo. Brain fart there. But yeah, Yo can easily just look at something and try it. You can even see in its past, which, like I said, not only is Shaman King a very underrated shonen, but also the antagonists are underrated, and of course the protagonist is very underrated. Where you see in most shonen, they have a goal to strive for. They want to be the very best, like no one has ever was. Where Yo doesn't want any of that. Yo just wants to not work all day. He wants an easygoing, laid back life, doing nothing, relaxing, listening to music, eating his favorite food, which is not cheaper, and that's all he wants to do. Just chilling, not doing anything. That is what he wants to do. So the only thing that he becomes Shaman King is so he can become so powerful for the fact that he doesn't feel like he has to do anything. That is the only reason why he wants to become Shaman King, as we know of right now. But like I said, Yo is a very interesting character. He just seems like this laid-back, slacker kind of dude with these simple ideals of being friends with everyone or everyone's good. The further the show goes on, more you'll see into his psyche, into his mind, and see what kind of character he truly is, and we really do think about humanity, which might shock you later on down the road. But after all that little incident, we get to see his fiance, another shonen breaking thing. Usually the shonen protagonist might have at least one lover in the series, but the fact that this dude already is engaged is another thing. Something else you didn't see much in shonen, manga, or anime, even up to date, where the main character, let alone is interested in a girl, but let alone has one already for the future. Like I said, Shaman King did things differently than most shonen have done, which is the reason why I like it so much, which is why it's one of my most favorite shonen of all time. I enjoy it very much. So I'm looking forward to see what happens next episode, especially now that the main heroine has showed up. Things are about to go down. Oh man, some of you may hate Anna, and some of you might like her. It all depends on what you see in her. Anyways, looking forward to it. And that's all I got for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.